Kevin Hart's clean image might have just taken a serious hit, and this time, it's not coming from a gossip blog or a comedian throwing shade. It's coming from someone who knows him better than most, his ex-wife Torrei Hart. And according to what she's saying, Kevin wasn't just another guest at Diddy's infamous house parties, he might have been playing a much bigger role behind the scenes. Now, before we dive into the juicy stuff, let's talk about Torrei and Kevin's past for a second, because the backstory explains why this woman is clearly done keeping her mouth shut. Torrei wasn't just some celebrity wife living off her man's success. Nah, she was there in the trenches while Kevin was still grinding in the comedy clubs. She helped with jokes, gave feedback on scripts, even contributed to material that ended up in his early films. She was part of the foundation, but once Kevin blew up, instead of giving her credit or even basic respect, he bounced. No thank you, no check, just new women, red carpets, and a divorce lawyer. And let's be real, the way Kevin left was brutal. They had kids together, a life, a shared history, and he dipped. That's bad enough, but it gets even messier when you realize that Iniko, his current wife, was rumored to be in the picture before the marriage even ended. That's the kind of betrayal that doesn't fade with time. So when Torrei speaks up now, after staying quiet for years, it's not out of nowhere. She's been sitting on receipts, which brings us to Diddy and the wild claims that Kevin wasn't just at the freaky parties, but may have actually helped organize them. According to Torrei, there are videos out there, not just blurry phone clips or rumors, real high-quality footage of Kevin at these parties doing things that are definitely not PG. And she's not bluffing. One of those old clips already surfaced online, showing Kevin with Diddy acting nervous about being caught on camera near a bed. The whole scene has that awkward, I don't want my face near this mess kind of vibe. And yet, there he is, right in the middle of it. What's wild is how hard Kevin has allegedly worked to scrub those videos from the internet. But here's the thing, the internet never forgets, and once people started connecting dots, more footage started coming to light. Not just of Kevin, but of the kind of parties Diddy's been known to throw. Tubs filled with women, men in suits acting like everything's normal while pure chaos unfolds in the background. And if you look closely, Kevin's not just attending, he's involved. Torrei claims Kevin got perks out of the deal, career boosts, movie deals, connections that catapulted him from being a struggling stand-up to a Hollywood name. It lines up with what Cat Williams said too. Remember that chaotic interview where Cat called Kevin a plant? He questioned how Kevin got a sitcom and a movie like Soul Plane so fast after landing in LA. He wasn't just questioning the speed, he was questioning how Kevin made it all happen. And now Torrei is confirming the very thing people used to whisper about, that Kevin's glow up wasn't just talent and timing, it was strategy, strategic friendships, strategic silence, strategic alliances with people like Diddy, who clearly had a lot of power behind the scenes. The same Diddy now facing major heat for what allegedly went down at those events. And Torrei, she's done protecting Kevin's image. She's coming with names, dates, and details that even the most loyal fans can't ignore anymore. Torrei's biggest revelation wasn't just that Kevin was at the parties. It was the claim that he allegedly played middleman, connecting people, managing optics, and in some cases even bringing in the talent. According to what she's been hinting, Kevin wasn't some clueless comic crashing a Hollywood party. He knew what the vibes were, he understood the layout, and worse, he allegedly helped set the vibe. One name she dropped that really got folks talking was Tiffany Haddish. Now, the internet's been side-eyeing that trio, Kevin, Tiffany, and Diddy, for a minute, but nobody really connected the dots until Torrei suggested that Kevin allegedly introduced Tiffany to Diddy in a very specific kind of context. Not a networking, hey, let's collab kind of intro, more like this one's cool, she's down kind of intro, the kind that implies a whole different level of involvement. And as soon as that rumor hit the net, fans pulled up receipts. Old videos of Tiffany at Diddy's events, her laughing, dancing, joking about coming to party. Torrei alone. They don't prove anything, but next to Torrei's claims, it starts to look suspicious. Then there's the Cat Williams angle. People thought he was just being petty in that Club Shay Shay interview, but now it feels like he was low-key trying to warn us. Cat didn't hold back. He said Kevin was protected by Hollywood elites and that his rise was too perfect. He mocked the idea that Kevin was a grassroots comedy success. According to Kat, nobody ever really saw Kevin grind like that. No sold-out clubs, no epic standing ovations, just deals, sitcoms, movie roles, everything handed to him, like someone was pulling strings behind the scenes. And the wildest part? He hinted at Tiffany Haddish too, calling her a puppet and saying she never really earned her spot at the Comedy Store like people claimed, that she was a narrative, a brand being pushed, not a breakout star. Add that to the speculation that Kevin and Diddy both had a hand in shaping her image, and suddenly it's not just beef. It's a bigger picture. The Hollywood pipeline that Kat was describing sounded a lot like a grooming system, not the kind involving mentorship and opportunity, the kind that comes with a cost. That cost? Loyalty, silence, participation. And if what Torrei's saying is true, Kevin paid that cost and collected on the other end with fame, money, and power. People always wondered how Kevin kept landing huge roles even after scandals, cheating, car crash, blackmail, lawsuits. Somehow his brand never took a fatal hit. That's rare in Hollywood. And now fans are starting to ask if maybe it wasn't just luck or a loyal fan base, maybe it was insurance, protection. Maybe Kevin knew too much about too many people and couldn't be taken down without taking others with him. Meanwhile, Torrei is out here moving like a woman who's got nothing left to lose. She's not just airing out old grudges, she's connecting dots and naming names and forcing fans to rethink everything they thought they knew about one of Hollywood's most successful comedians, and she's not backing down. Even when people accuse her of clout chasing or being bitter, she just keeps dropping more hints, more stories, more pieces of the puzzle. If even half of what she's saying is real, then Kevin's entire Hollywood story might need a rewrite. And it raises the question, how many other stars climb to the top using the same elevator? One clip in particular has been making its rounds again, the one where Kevin is on camera at one of Diddy's events, nervously trying to redirect the filming angle away from a bed in the room. "No homo, don't get near the bed," he laughs awkwardly. It was meant to be funny, but the way he glances at the camera, shuffles around and keeps emphasizing the bed, it doesn't feel like a joke anymore. In fact, it looks like someone trying way too hard not to be caught in the middle of something they know they shouldn't be involved in. And then there's the hot tub footage. Diddy in a robe, women in bikinis, some of them barely that, guys lounging around casually as if it's just another Tuesday night. Kevin wasn't on screen for long, but people who were there said he was upstairs at some point. Now, if you've been following Diddy's situation lately, you know the federal cases, the testimonies, the stories about those exact kinds of setups. Tubs, girls, closed doors. What once looked like industry fun now looks a lot more like evidence. Torrei didn't just leak this info for shock value. According to sources close to her, she's been holding on to this stuff for years, trying to protect her kids, trying to move on. But when she saw Kevin publicly deny ever being close to Diddy during that wild time period, she snapped. Because in her mind, it wasn't just a lie, it was erasing everything she knew, everything she saw, and everything he confided in her when they were still together. So now she's letting it all fly. The craziest allegation? That Kevin allegedly helped arrange some of those parties for Diddy in exchange for career favor. She claims he didn't just attend, he facilitated, called people, made sure certain names were invited, told certain girls it was a networking opportunity, and when the deals started rolling in, it made sense. Kevin Hart went from being a promising comic to a household name in what felt like months. Stand-up specials, movies, brand deals. Hollywood embraced him like he was the chosen one. People used to think it was just his hustle, that maybe he was in the right place at the right time. But when you put the timeline side by side with Torrei's claims, the dots start connecting in a way that's hard to ignore, especially when you consider how tight-lipped Kevin has been about Diddy lately. No posts, no shout-outs, not even a comment comment when the lawsuits started piling up. It's like he's trying to ghost an entire chapter of his life. But Torrei won't let that happen. She's making it clear that she's not done talking. Word is she still has access to private messages, voice recordings, maybe even more video footage. And she's not just going after Kevin. She's throwing the whole structure into question. How many careers were bought and paid for behind closed doors? How many stars are quiet now because they're just hoping this all dies down? The industry has always had a dark side, but what's bubbling up now is uglier than anyone expected. Kevin Hart built a brand on being relatable, goofy, the guy next door who made it big, but if what Torrei says is true, he was never just a funny guy. He was a gatekeeper. A connector, a man who knew what was going on and played his part for a seat at the table. And now that table is crumbling.